Football Forever, an artist's reflection on creating the installation at Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, Lagos, fabricated by Ade Odunfa and curated by Terra Culture for the Lagos state government. When I was commissioned to create Football Forever, I set out to capture something universal yet deeply rooted in Lagos, the power of football to unite, to inspire, to become a cultural landmark. Placed at the stadium in Surulere, the piece was designed to amplify the energy of the game and the city, turning a sporting venue into a space of artistic resonance. The work is a 22-foot-tall sculpture of 4 players standing atop an 8-foot pedestal. From the outset, I knew the scale would demand more than standard sculpture techniques. It required vision, endurance, and technical collaboration. My process began with sketching the figures in motion, anticipating the dynamic leap, the shared glance, the moment of triumph. I wanted them to embody not just the physicality of the game, but its spirit. The youth who dream of one goal, the city that watches them, the collective breath before the whistle. Working with my team, we moved from concept to full-scale modeling, refining poses so that from every angle, the figures suggested movement and unity. One of the main challenges was scale and materiality. At 22 feet high, weight, wind, proportion, and sight interaction all mattered. The pedestal had to anchor the figures, visually and physically, because the monument would stand in an open space, exposed to sun, rain, and public view. We selected appropriate materials and reinforced internal structure accordingly. The steel joinery, finishes, and maintenance expectations were all part of the equation. Another challenge was public context and visibility. At a stadium complex, sightlines differ, from cars passing by, from stadium seats, from spectators entering and leaving. I needed Football Forever to read clearly at a distance and intimate up close. That meant balancing bold silhouettes with refined detail, so the players felt iconic yet human. When the piece was finally unveiled, I stood among the crowd as the unveiling ribbon dropped, watching people pause, children point upward, fans take photos, passers-by tilt their heads back. I felt the moment of completion. The figures above the stadium gates were no longer just metal and sculpture, but shared symbol. Football Forever had become a place of reflection, hope, ambition. Looking back, the experience of creating Football Forever taught me about resilience, about collaboration, about how public art must live within the rhythms of a city. It reminded me that every goal scored, every cheer in a stadium has its echo in form and space. For me, this work stands not only as a tribute to the beautiful game, but as a landmark of possibility, that art and sport together can inspire a city,